Hanging out here with Isaac. He's partly responsible for getting this job done so quick. Thank you again for helping me get this quickly painted. But we're here, we're gonna look at the car. It's gonna be the first time I've seen it since paint. Oh man, I'm excited. All right, let's flip the light on if we can. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Holy crap, yo, this looks amazing. Right. Oh, red or dead. This looks fantastic. There's definitely some parts where you could tell that I did the body work, and that's to be expected on a drift car. But overall, this looks really good. I might just make SEMA now. So now it's down to the finer details. One of the things I'm doing here, this is the new taillight I have, and it's really nice and clean inside, and I'm trying not to get any of that dirt or junk inside that you always see on drift cars. So I'm back here taping up these open holes that normally hold the reverse lights. Usually, in the car, this is part of inside the trunk. So maybe this doesn't get so much debris, but in my car, all of that's open, so I have to tape it up. Yeah, little details that take a lot of time, but really make a big difference in the end and help with the longevity of the project. Today I'm going to handle the livery process, which is the graphics on the car. So just finished cutting them on the plotter. I kind of created the design here and just put as many pieces on the page of vinyl that I could. And then I found it's best to just kind of hand lay it out one piece at a time. I've tried the whole mock-up way to do it before. It's really difficult, especially with this foil vinyl that I like to use. It's got a great look, it's really reflective and shiny, and I think it looks awesome, but it's a much more difficult material to work with. So I find that just doing it one at a time by hand is the easiest method, at least that I've been able to figure out. So I'm going to go through the process now of kind of weeding through it, and this vinyl has this clear film that I have to pull off of each piece, and then we're going to work on the application process on the car and just kind of creating that artwork that makes my car look like mine. So follow me along while I do this. So now we get to play the fitment game. My previous wheels were a different size, both width and offset. And I'm also planning on lowering the car. It was only this right height for competition, which I know is not nearly as attractive, but it is necessary for grip and steering and drivability. But all that doesn't matter for the Hoonigan demo at SEMA. So what I'm trying to do is just get it to fit as nice as I can and look as cool as possible. So I'd like to get, the fitment very similar to the rear, which is not necessarily tucking wheel or anything like that, but still a much more aggressive fitment. So I'm gonna go wider, both at the offset, you know, by adding spacer, and I'm also gonna go lower. And all I'm trying to do is get it to where the corner of this tire kind of kisses the fender when I'm steering or driving. So that's the goal here. So now it's kind of just a guessing game. You can use some math, and what I'm gonna do is kind of subtract what I have from the other wheel setup and then add a little bit more spacer. And then really you gotta kind of play with it and just figure it out from there. So as you can tell, I now have a new wheel sponsor. This is the new Enkei Kojin wheel. Maybe it's not new, but it's new for me. And I'm really excited about this. I've been running XXR wheels for many years. They've been fantastic. I really liked them, but it's time, you know, that I step my program up and get into a real wheel, so to speak. More than anything though, these are lighter weight. They are a little bit different size, which is a little nicer for what I'm looking for. And they also have a little bit better look, you know, a little more aggressive look. So that's pretty cool, you know, all things improved. And it should update the look of the car as well. And then Blake here with Polydyne was nice enough to coat them for me and their special coating. So it's kind of like paint, but a little bit more resilient to rock chips and brake dust and junk like that. And of course, you know, getting them all professionally coated is much better than the typical spray paint that I usually do. So definitely looking forward to updating the look of the car and getting some fresh Johnnies on here. And so now comes the arduous task of installing the valve stems and then mounting up all the tires and then mounting it on the car. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Now I'm gonna lower the car. So we've got to loosen the collar right here, and then I'm gonna twist the shock body into the lower mount and lower the vehicle. Now, what I'd like to do is take about an inch out. I actually have to loosen these. These are the BC two-way ER type, which makes them a little more complicated. They have this external canister. So I'm gonna take that out, or just, you know, remove the bracket for it, and that'll allow me to move the entire shock body down. So I'm not gonna limit any of my travel. I'll still have a full range of travel. The only difference now is that, you know, the ride height itself will be compressed or shortened. Now, you can see that I have quite a bit of group travel with the helper steering setup I have on these. These are long travel shocks. They're probably not ideal for this. And you know what I just thought of? Maybe I should just put on my other coilovers instead of messing with the ride height on these. Sure would make things easier. I think I'm gonna do that, actually. Yep. That's the move. All right, I'm gonna go get my other coilovers. Not to swap the coilovers, just too much to mess with. Because that one's gonna need to be lowered anyway, so I would be swapping the whole coilover. And I forgot that I have different upper mounts and stuff, so I'm not gonna mess with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end up swapping the front coilover after all. This one didn't get to adjust how I wanted it to, and I don't really want to mess with it, figuring out what the hell's wrong with it. Alright, so that already looks significantly lower. I'm going to put the wheel on it. So, I'd eventually like to get, I'm trying to go for like a 65 mil spacer. Good to go. Now I gotta do the whole thing on the other side. Yay. Got my helper here. helping out. He just wants some love. Alright, here goes nothing. Shit.
Yeah.
That is slam. I don't know how I'm gonna get it back. Obviously too low. All you fitness nerds are gonna be like, oh, it's so sick. And you're right, it is sick, but I would never drive like that. Oh man, it looks dope though, for sure.
You got like a card. All the money I have in my wallet. My $2. It's not that low. It'll. But. Yeah.
Damn it. I have more work to do. I was hoping I'd be done. Oh. It's obviously way too low, but it looks super cool. I'm gonna call it a night. It's really late and I've been working all day today and it's getting close, much closer now for sure, but I need to do some work. Yeah, I need to raise it up. I know that that looks sick, but it's completely undrivable. I can't even get the jack under it now, so definitely calling it a night, but overall I'm on the you know, the way to finishing the job. It's definitely taking me a little longer than I thought, but that's kind of how things go always. So overall, the car's looking fantastic. I love all the new parts that I'm able to put on. These Enkeis look fantastic on the car now, and they really kind of help set it off. And you know, the logos and everything I think came out really nice. Thank you, Alyssa, for helping with that. That was a tremendous help. And the livery is now updated and fresh. I'm just really trying to restore the car to how it was when I showed up for Hyperdrive, which is the best the car's ever looked, I think. So that's how I'm trying to get for the SEMA show. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this little glimpse into the SEMA prep. And I've got T-minus 4 days now before I have to leave. Actually 3 days, I think now. Yeah, so you guys keep following along. We'll have one more update, I think, before I actually get to the show. And then it'll be time to shred some tires and have some fun. See you guys on that one.